Welcome back, ladies and gents, to FACEIT TV. We are here for more FACEIT League an extra FACEIT League match. We have TSM versus NiP, and they are going to be resuming their match from 6-2. 6 being the score for NiP and 2 being the score for TSM. TSM are on the T side, so
yeah. One thing that I need to explain here is that the match actually ended 6-3. But what happened was we had the back authentication errors on Xizt. In the last round, TSM took out Get Right in Mac, then Forest AWP Device from Catwalk, and then immediately afterwards, Xizt got the back authentication error. So I thought that the fairest thing to do would be to resume the match with 4 players on either side. And again, I think it's worth mentioning, for the sake of transparency, that TSM were not happy with this decision. However, they did agree to continue the match, so thank you very much to TSM for continuing in what was a difficult situation all round.
just this round.
Yeah, it's not 4v4 for the rest of the match.
No, yeah, just wanted to make that clear.
That would be interesting.
Make sure everyone knows this. This is just for this round. So, alright. Already seeing, ooh, nice from Forest, a quick pick off. dupreeh down. They try to go through, and this is TSM's style, they try to do this without smokes a lot of the time, because they want to find those kills themselves. They want those angels, and this time Forest is going to be the one delivering. He's going for more, though. Going to be peeking outside, spots nobody, and so they are going to know that Secret's compromised. But look at this movement, back up the stairs. This is really nice here from TSM.
Surprise!
We'll have to see if NiP's positioning to essentially cover Secret is going to be able to be exploited by TSM, who just forced that rotation. And looks like Friberg will pick off karrigan, and I believe karrigan wasn't expecting anyone up on the rafters. Perhaps with their movement down Secret, maybe expected them to drop down low. It's hard to say, but just 2 left now, cajunb and Xipnix, and they know where Friberg is. But can they take him down? Oh, there it is, there's the trade, but Friberg already with 2 pickoffs, leaving Xipnix well and truly alone against 3. And there is the flick from Forest, making a very nice 2-kill, and I imagine now we'll have a short pause whilst we get the extra players in, and then money gets sorted.
Oh, they're not on the server?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep. And I guess they need to get their money sorted correctly. So.
Okay, well, those shenanigans are done. Again, guys, if you are just joining us at 450k followers, we will be giving this away to one of our subscribers. We will also be doing an AWP Asimov to one of, well, that will be open to everyone. Who knows?
And we'll give you a horned melon.
Oh, yeah, so we were told that this is a horned melon, also known as a something that started with a K.
Oh, I have to check my email because
it was a K something. I think it was a
Kiwano. The horned melon.
It's really sharp actually, so I shouldn't be throwing it and catching it. It's not a good. Ow! It's not a good idea. Kiwano. So apparently, producer Reedtz tried one, and he said it was. What did you say? You gotta put it on the stream so they can hear you. He hates talking for some reason, so we're gonna make him talk all the time now.
Oh, nice.
You're gonna hear producer Reedtz every day. Come on. What was your description of it?
It has the texture of frog spawn.
I don't know how he knows what the texture of frog spawn is.
That's not.
But according to producer Reedtz,
that's not cool.
That's what the texture of this is.
Really? That's not really selling it though.
Like frog babies.
Frog babies.
That's what he's saying.
I know, but you don't have to say it like that.
What we can deduce from
Making
this
it worse
is that producer Reedtz has at least at one time
consumed,
tasted or eaten a frog baby.
Reedtz, come on.
Where do we go from here with producer Reedtz? I mean, do we report him to the police?
I think the RSPCA should,
I don't know.
Should at least know.
I think they should. Have you ever eaten frog legs?
No. Have you?
Of course I have.
What do you mean? Of course I have.
I had a French aunt who used to make. She used to make an entire baking tray of them for me when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. I love frog legs. But you get 2 types of frog legs, right?
Oh, is it not just? Is it just not just like chicken, basically? Just or just. I've heard that it's like similar in taste or something. Or
I wouldn't say taste. I'd say texture maybe, but not taste.
Right.
But I'd say it's kind of. Wow, would you believe it? dupreeh has a VAC authentication error. You couldn't make this up. You really couldn't.
Oh my god. How does that happen?
I had it 3 times on Friday. Even I had it.
I've had it. I actually haven't had it in ages, actually. I haven't played in ages either. Well, I played actually recently with you for the first time in like months.
Yes. We played on Friday. Dan had about 200 ping.
I have a desk and a chair now.
I know.
Watch out.
Back in the first world. What was it like without having a desk and a chair?
I was uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable. I can't play. I had a desk and I had a chair, but they were so terrible I couldn't really play on them. I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, why don't you just play?" Because I remember when I had a terrible monitor, right? And
terrible monitor.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I had a monitor. It can go to 120 hertz or more than that. So I was stuck on like. I just like lower the resolution lows and maybe be able to like whack out 75 hertz or something. And some people say to me, "Oh, why don't you just play some Quake?" And I mean, well, I don't have my monitor sucks. And they would get mad at me. I'm like, well, I need my perfect setup, otherwise I won't play.
Dan is very particular.
Hey,
he won't play Counter-Strike unless he has a desk
and a chair.
and a chair, which you can't really argue with. You can't really argue with.
It's not a standing desk. It's not. It needs a chair. The chair is required.
The desk needs a chair, just like our desk needs chairs as well.
Yeah.
Because if we were standing up, they wouldn't see our faces, Dan.
We could adjust the camera.
I suppose we could do that.
It's on a tripod.
But then they wouldn't see the TV. They'd be looking at the ceiling.
But we could also adjust the TV. We could get Reedtz to hold it up.
So yeah, let's stand up, tilt the camera, and have producer Reedtz like with the TV on his shoulders.
It could be like Atlas. You know,
he'll get tired, and then the TV will fall forward and then smash on our heads. It'll be like his head will be like the balancing rod, and then it will just land on our heads and crash through our heads. Is that what you want, Dan? It would mess up your hair.
Reedtz is really strong. He can be back squatting the TV. I think it could be alright.
This has gone too far.
Okay, well, you started it. You started talking about desks and chairs. Actually, it was probably me that started that. Sorry, guys.
I think it was you on this occasion.
Yeah.
I was talking about fish. You're talking about desks and chairs.
But hey, you got to have the setup the way that you want it. Especially because of my past as a high-level gamer.
High-level gamer, he says with open hands. I don't know.
High-level gamer.
What is the meaning of this?
I don't know.
As a high-level gamer.
Did I do that?
High-level gamer. It's like...
Did I do that?
Yeah, you said well, it was specifically like your hands were like this. They weren't like this. They weren't tilted or like this. They were like that. High-level gamer. But it's like this isn't high. This is not high. This is high.
It's to assert.
Or if you could
I'm asserting right now.
You could do this.
I'm asserting.
If you did this, that would be okay. But you did this, and I don't know what this means. It's like what is between the hands going this way while you're saying high-level gamer? It's like high-level gamer. It's like a sideways level gamer.
That's the thing. That should be a thing now. That's the thing now. I'm a sideways. So I'm a sideways gamer then.
You're a sideways level gamer.
Sideways level gamer. True.
You're a rambling hiker.
A rambling what?
Hiker.
Hiker.
Yeah. You know hikers, they ramble.
They ramble.
Yeah. You're not familiar?
No.
Okay. Rambling. First, it's rambling where you're just talking nonsense.
That's what I'm presuming.
Right? No. A rambling hiker is someone who just kind of walks the earth. They're rambling.
They're rambling?
Yeah.
Is that another meaning of rambling?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Wow.
Absolutely.
You learn something every day.
Look it up.
That's good. So, are you into hiking? Is that something you do?
No.
No? Why not?
Cycling, yes.
I guess it's hard to hike if you can't. Well, I guess you'd have to like go very out of your way to go hiking in the UK, right? From London, you'd have to go pretty far afield, right? I mean, I guess to do proper, it depends. I guess what kind of hiking you want to do. I guess some
people are walking in the countryside.
Yeah, more or less to some people, that's what it is. But
you could go train somewhere.
What about going to Nepal? I want to go.
What about where you used to live, where the badgers are?
I don't go there anymore.
No, the badger's looking for you.
Yeah, there's signs on my face everywhere. I saw one of the laminated picture of me.
Yeah, it was an Australian community called
a community. So what, they have like a little house and it can go up in the lobby.
There's a community called Banhammer.
Banhammer.
In Australia. I'm not even joking. A community called Banhammer. Look them up if you want to. It's ban-hammer, I think .net, I want to say.
What picture?
But it's ban-hammer .something. I was thinking
do we have a photo shoot for this?
I was thinking like there's a picture of will
there be models?
I think it's Hasselhoff. I think it's Hasselhoff or Sean Connery, right? And they're posing with a hideously hairy chest with like 4 puppies. And I thought we could just put your head on that and then laminate it. Unless you had a better idea.
I'd prefer to go with the models idea personally, but if we have to go Hasselhoff, then it has to be done.
You want to get models in, but it's not a photo of you and models, Dan. It's a photo of you. You are the model.
But I require models for this.
You require models. Well, we're in Soho, Dan.
It's in the
We're in Soho. We can go and
Did
find
you
some
not read
models.
that part of my contract? Hey,
Dan, we're in Soho.
that's
I'm sure we could get some models to pose as a handsome man like yourself, fairly easily.
There are
Any time of day or night.
Yeah, we could get some. We should get some fire eaters. We should do a whole circus thing. We could do circus theme. I could be an acrobat. Can we have a theme? Can there be a theme? It shouldn't just be a photo of me. There should be a theme or something like that. No, you don't agree? You just want it vanilla. You want it vanilla. Just nothing. Just me there. That's boring. This guy's boring. He does have horn melon though, so I respect that.
Kiwano.
I respect the horn melon.
I haven't eaten mine yet.
Where did you get it from? A market? Just
Selfridges.
Selfridges.
Yeah.
You get everything from Selfridges.
Selfridges
Dude,
food hall.
You're not going to get together anymore. You talk about it so much.
I know.
There's going to be people just
People,
like looking for you.
people waiting for me in Selfridges.
They'll be just like stalking you very soon.
When I go in Selfridges, I like to walk through.
Don't tell them that. Don't tell them your
there's a
roots.
door. There's a door which goes past all the posh watches area.
Posh watches area.
Yeah, and there was a really hot girl in there today. She was gorgeous.
That's cool.
That's the whole
cool
story.
bro.
That's the whole story. I just walked past Dan.
Oh, you're playing it cool, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are
rampant
doing
ignorance.
that. A lot of people go for that strategy. Just walk past. I think you should up your game, James. I think you should say hello.
I'm not going to say hello.
You're a
I was wearing a Razor hoodie, and they're all like they have like a big security guard standing outside the Rolex store. There's a big security guard standing outside the Cartier store, and I'm just like, to them I'm like some gangster from the hood. You know, Thorin thinks I'm a thug. we had a Veiler in today, right? And according to him, Thorin thinks I'm a thug.
Thorin thinks you're posh.
He thinks I'm posh and a thug at the same time.
Exactly.
Maybe I'm capable of both.
I think so. So okay. Next time you see this girl, what are you gonna do, James? You gonna go say hello?
Hell no.
I like video games.
Why would I do that?
I like video
I'm never
games.
going to say hello to this lady. I'm just going to
do it, James.
walk past and admire her beauty from a distance, which sounds really weird.
That's creepy, man.
I'm just going to walk
Dude,
past. I'm just going to walk past, guys. Everyone calm down. None of this is happening. I'm just going to walk past and be like, oh, she's cute. I'm just going to be off to get my salad. I don't know what to do.
Going off to get my salad. Would not go with that either. You should just not say anything.
I'm not going to say anything.
Just not go to Selfridges anymore.
I'm not going to Selfridges
find
anymore.
A new place.
Never mind. I'm retiring from salads.
That's why he goes.
I'm just going to make jam sandwiches at home.
He gets custom salads there.
Huh?
Right? You get custom salads there, right?
Yes.
So, if someone wants to take after your healthy living, James, what kind of salad would James construct?
Today, my salad comprised deli leaves as a base, broccoli, sweet corn, peas, and 1 egg, boiled egg, of course, but cold, as items. Then I had roast. By the way, we're waiting for this VAC authentication error to be resolved, which is why we're here. So there's all that. Then there was turkey breast and roast salmon with lemon juice on top. Well, not on top. I mean, it was all mixed together. That's my salad today.
That sounds pretty good.
It's a premium salad.
All right.
It was good.
James's salad making tips.
There was 1 piece of pasta in there. I was upset,
What?
man.
How
dare they put carbs in my salad?
How did it make it in there?
I don't know, Dan.
That's outrageous. I would take it back. You've eaten it now, though, haven't you?
Half eaten it.
Hey, you can probably still.
I've eaten the piece of pasta. Yeah.
Just go up to him. What is this? what do you think this is?
What is the meaning of this?
Hey, that would work. She would really think that you're about to rob her. You'd have all the salad.
Yeah.
She'd take all my salad. Take all of it.
Then I'll definitely not be in Selfridges again, Dan.
No.
Never mind the admiring from a distance. Be lurking by the pen area, looking towards the watches. That's what we're talking about here, Dan. It's not a good idea. I do not recommend it.
And watches are not nearly as interesting. You're a big watch person, aren't you? You told me that, like, you're into all your watches.
I love watches. Yes, it's not those kind of watches. I don't have the money for that, but I feel naked when I'm not wearing a watch, and it takes me a long time to pick a watch.
Why? What are you?
Because
what are you looking for in a watch?
Like, I don't like just one I like, when I think suits, etc. Like when the second last watch I had, they kept the store open like almost an hour longer because I couldn't decide. I was about to buy it, then my friend said to me, "What about that one?" Which was the same one but with like an inverse face. I was like, "Why did you do that?" And so then I was standing there for like half an hour trying to pick between them.
Oh my God.
And the guy in the store said to me, "By the time you pick a watch, it's going to be out of fashion." That's literally what the man said in the shop to me. So I bought one. I had it for about 5.
Which one did you choose?
I chose the original one
Okay.
that I was interested in. Okay.
How did you choose it?
How?
How did you make that? Did you just close your eyes?
This was like
Mix 'em
5
up.
years ago. No, I was concentrating
Okay.
for a very long time
Alright.
then. So I made that decision. Then about 5. What happened? After 5 years, basically the crown, which is the bit where you turn the time, just disappeared. I took it to some dodgy store near Liverpool Street Station, right? And they were like, "Oh, it takes
Why
us a
did you
day."
take it to a dodgy store?
Well, it looked like a normal, nice store. It's like a watch store, right?
Oh.
And I said, "How long does it take you to change your watch battery?" And they said, "A day." And I said, "Oh, I'm only here for lunch." So okay, we'll do it in half an hour.
What?
So I was like,
That's so late.
so I was like, "Okay, I'll give you my watch." So they did it, and then my watch was just screwed after that. Next time I tried to change the date, the crown just came out completely. And
I guess that's what 30 minutes means.
yeah, and then like an hour later, I mean like a year later, sorry. One day the crown was just no longer there. It was just gone. I have no idea where it was. So when I was in San Francisco in December for the Capcom Pro Tour Finals, I went to Macy's and bought a new watch.
Right.
But even then, it took me like, I was walking around the whole place for like an hour because I only liked one watch in the whole place, and they had probably 200 watches in there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm never taking you near a watch shop ever again.
I'm very picky. What do you mean ever again? You've never taken me
I
to
have.
a watch shop.
I went to Selfridges with you once. We walked through the watch area. If there were no attractive women around, you'd just get stuck. You'd be walking through Selfridges. You'd be stuck there for all time in the posh watch section.
You know what I don't like? Watches that are not by watchmakers. They're not timepieces. Like
Have you ever considered the,
like
a pocket watch?
yes, I have. I think they're really cool.
Do you have a pocket watch?
No, because I thought it was impractical. I have a wrist, so I don't.
You have pockets as well, James.
I love the idea. If I was like dressing all like really smart with, you know, vintage, Dan. We're talking tweed.
Top hats.
Then maybe I would
you
go.
would look great in a monocle, I think.
I would look like something else in a monocle, Dan, which I'll tell you off stream. But you probably know what it is.
What is this? What is this guy?
If
I don't
only
know
you
what
saw
he's
our
gonna say.
conversations off stream, guys, you'd be horrified.
Not true. It's not true. All right, we have intellectually stimulating conversations about books. We read books, guys.
I gave Dan a book.
I've almost finished
What book
reading
did I
it.
give? I gave Producer Reese a book as well.
Bill Bryson's A Short History of
Guys, I'm
America.
actually awesome.
It's actually
Just
a
before
really
we go
good
live with this match, I want you to know that what a guy. Huh? What a guy. So I gave you a short history of nearly everything. I thought we were going to go into game. I thought the timing was good. But no, Producer Reese is killing me right now. I gave him a short
I'm
history.
telling you, man, like, this guy, I still have many bones to pick with him. He just leaves you out to dry.
Oh, Producer Reese.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we need to get him to talk more.
That's how the Sponge thing really happened. It was through Producer Reese. He could have stopped the madness. He could have ceased.
Producer Reese's girlfriend is apparently making a pie for him to bring in.
Really?
But the thing is, he brought in the pie and he ate it himself, Dan. So I'm thinking, is that the pie? Like, what is he doing to us?
Oh my God.
All right, let's see how long it takes before we get another back authentication error. Let's go.
All right. So, we have ourselves NiP, and we have ourselves TSM. The Danes and the Swedes and Finn.
Wall of smoke's coming up. Oh yes, we know these. Hey, dupreeh's got a Smurf icon.
Has it? He does. Karrigan. Oh no.
Allu.
No.
Allu or Allu? Allu, right?
Allu. So, well, at least I
Allu.
will say Allu. So here we go. We got the push outside, and this time they have smoked it off, but still, it is good angles from NiP. They're able to shoot over the top of the smoke, get those couple quick frags. Karrigan's really low as well. How on earth are they going to make this push work? They're just going to go for it, it would seem. And actually, Allu kind of getting caught off
that
guard,
smoke
but
has failed completely.
it's not going to work out. And Gerard's going to catch Dipnik surely here as he jumps around the corner. There's the spray. And there's a round 8-2. And TSM are looking to be in a little bit of trouble. That round looked horrendous. Horrendous, James. They lost 2 men. One of them went down to 20 HP by the time, and before they could even get to secret. And the smokes were up. The wall of smokes were there. So yeah, that's not a good way to start a round. And this is this is one of the reasons why putting the extra effort into learning that smoke that hits the outer catwalk, if you're like really planning to go for that push, makes a lot of sense, because then the AWPer cannot shoot over. He can't shoot over the top of the smokes because he hasn't got the angle, because he himself is also smoked off. So a little bit of extra learning, but it definitely comes in handy.
Okay, so we should be resuming this shortly. So, hey, if it all goes bad for NiP at Katowice, get right, I'm ready. I'm waiting. I've got my AWPs, and I'm ready to go. How do you say... teach me something in Swedish, quick. You've got 7 seconds.
Kan de lära mig lite? No.
Just like a word, Dan. Come on, one word.
Like lära is, or lära, I think it is. It's like learn.
Learn. Okay, I can't use that in a match of Counter-Strike.
So if you said teach me, they actually say learn me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm pretty sure it's be lära mig instead of teach me. They don't have a word for teach. There's no teach.
All right. So we've got Glocks and the odd P250 here for terrorist side versus the full buy of the NiP team. So that AWP's gonna rear its head in the ramp area. Can Forrest get the 3rd frag? He's seen the player. Can he cross in time? He's going to try and tap him, but Forrest with a timing frag. It's going to be a clean round here on the anti-eco by NiP. CT side looking good for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Forrest on the AWP. So far, he's doing a pretty awesome job with it. And now Device is going to be AWPing again. So would expect him to try to take the duel outside. We know NiP are really good at kind of retreating back into the inner area, but so far they've been playing a pretty strong game, just peeking out and getting the kills when they want to, or in certain rounds they put loads of focus on outside for a strong defense initially before falling back. And this round here we're going to see, there's the angle found by Device, and he will get the frag, but Forrest is actually still alive, and Xizt almost getting a really perfect angle on that wallbang, but not quite, just a little bit off. But we'd get right down early on. It's certainly going to make things quite difficult. But allu gets himself a kill. That's going to even things up here now. 4 versus 4 as TSM have now created themselves an opening. But NiP, allu does see everything. That little push of his. And they've given up outside of NiP, so they don't know what's going on out there at the moment.
Yeah, it seems they're extremely comfortable with giving up outside. We see it reasonably often from them. That they're just like, okay, you can be outside. Can't plant the bomb outside. 40 seconds remaining here for TSM to find, frag, plant, and win this round. Looks like they're setting up for potentially an A with a flank from hell. NiP, though, well positioned at the moment. Xizt not going to be flashed. We've got counter flashes coming in to slow Zipnik's down as he's going to emerge through the smoke. karrigan gets the frag onto Xizt. Trade coming in from Friberg, and a cleanup comes through. Ooh, dupreeh goes up, he goes down, bungee jumping with no ropes, and he will fall to allu as well. 10-2. So very good CT half so far. Are these the 2 strongest teams on CT Nuke right now?
I think these are the 2 strongest Nuke teams, personally, at the moment. Because Fnatic don't play Nuke, Envious try to avoid it. They're teams that can play Nuke, but these 2 are the 2 teams that want to pick Nuke because it's a really strong map for themselves. So, yeah, I would actually say these are probably the 2 strongest Nuke teams overall. CT side, definitely. T side, I'm not sure. That's a bit more of a question. But Forrest, that angle there on Forrest, he does miss the shot. It won't matter though. They've got those pistols at long range. Forrest will be untouched. And allu's going to be locking down ramp quite easily. And so far, so good for NiP. But those players are moving in for that push. Now, Forrest's going to be able to get an extra kill. And then they push into allu. allu going to go down, actually. They will pick up his weapon, but they're very low themselves. And he will get taken down as well. It's just now karrigan. He's just has a measly... Well, now he's just completely dead. So, 11-2 now the score as TSM struggled to put any more rounds on the board. And... I mean, their approach has not really been working out for them so well. That pick-based gameplay, and I loved that allu when they lost Get right early in that round to Device actually went aggressive on radio to not only get information, but get that risk to take a frag, which he did, which evened it up. So I really like that kind of, that style of play where you take that risk when you're down and CTs.
Alright, so all the T's outside for the time being. Fairly normal inside. Gonna be pushing through the smoke here. Let's see if Forest can get any of these frags. Get right with a very nice position on the corner of the smoke there. Gonna take down cajunb with an assist from Forest. Sees another player. He's gonna reposition himself to try and get some more damage in. Not gonna happen just yet. Maybe he's gonna push through. We've got Zipnix trying to run distraction here in the lobby area. Get right is in a vent position now. A strong position to try and defend any push. Almost shoots his friend in the head. Device gonna take control of control. While Forest gets the frag on the flanking Zipnix on ramp.
Now the NiP have got really good positions. Oh, that flame is going to force them out and actually going to help Friberg in getting the kill there. And Forest will take down Device. So really well held together. And that's why NiP is so strong on that CT side. Their setups for every situation is so well controlled. And the players are so good at just hitting all those defensive shots that you'd expect them to hit. You know, Forest is obviously doing an amazing job with that AWP. He's on 10 kills at the moment. And bearing in mind that we didn't see a bunch of rounds because we started from 6-2. So we are missing frags on the scoreboard. So I'll have to see if right now TSM can find themselves an edge in this round. But it means that they need to get a pick. They're not going to go for a set play. They need to create an opening and then try to exploit rotations. But NiP, once they lose a man, they're so good at falling back to the center of the site. That's the dynamic of this map. Bounce here, Zipnix, if he knows the angles, could be some wall banging potential for him, but he might be looking to go for those smokes for the upper site here. And indeed, he's just watching over. Now he's just making sure that the CTs aren't flanking, and now he can get position for the nades over the top into the upper site, as karrigan is going to place that nade in front of the hut as well. And this is going to be really, really nice because it's going to allow them to run straight onto the site through the hut. Now, in they go now. The push for upper being executed. Get right over there by main. Takes an excellent frag onto karrigan. Meanwhile, they actually went for the fake here. Put 3 players towards, but they didn't spot the back of the crate. And allu comes out and just guns them all down. Oh, that's a disaster there. No one checked the back. They assumed that he went down or repositioned. And 13-2, that's going to be our half score. So NiP looking really, really good. And that's great to see. But TSM will have, I think, an equally scary CT side. Indeed,
if they get the pistol off, then the comeback is entirely doable here. Such is the nature of Nuke that if the pistol round doesn't go well for TSM, then it looks like a complete stomp. But it doesn't tell the story of what could have been, as it's a very difficult situation indeed for the Danish side. So we'll see if they can manage to win the pistol. I wanted to say something about something Get Right does with a smoke quite often when he's playing outside in the Mac to main area, is the small box by T-Red. He throws a smoke so it lands in the corner between those 2 boxes, and basically it creates a wall for him, so he only needs to focus on a small gap to engage the T's should they run past the boxes where people try and AWP from, which is pretty cool. Nice little tactic there for the outside. So if multiple people are running past, essentially it gives him a wall on both sides, one being the main wall, the main entrance wall, and one being the wall of smoke, which is a nifty little tactic there. So if you are just joining us again, this did resume from 6-2. This was a match that started on Wednesday, but had lots of VAC authentication errors.
Even had one today.
Indeed, even continued today.
Oh yeah.
Cameo appearance.
VAC authentication errors. Okay, so I think we'll be jumping back into this momentarily, and I would absolutely, if you're a TSM fan, don't be worried yet. I mean, be worried when they, well, okay, okay, be worried. Be worried.
Wow, that sentence.
I know, man. I'm all over the place, all over the shop. But okay, we're back into the round. Here we go. Pistol. TSM, if they can pick this one up and get themselves that economy going, they can certainly be well on the way to bringing that comeback about. But first thing is first, they already have some outside presence here, and they are going to be fighting up against Get Right. It's not going to go so well. NiP taking over the upper bomb site is under lock and key here in the hands of the Swedes and the Finn. And so the bomb does go down. It's a great nade onto Get Right actually from Xyp9x. Not going to be enough to finish him off though, and this is looking very worrisome here for TSM. And another great pick off there onto cajunb. Forest looking for another one, as that player's completely blinded. We even get a team kill from Forest, but it's not going to matter. NiP with 14 rounds to the 2 of TSM, and now TSM, okay, now you can be worried, guys. Officially, you can now be worried for TSM, because they lost the pistol. They're going to have to resort to pistol armor to bring themselves back into this, and the odds of them winning this are certainly low. But TSM, one of the best teams when it comes to the pistol game, so we shall see. Shall we not?
We shall.
We shall.
So it all comes down to this, really. For the CTs, and Xizt is going to play the range game there with the Galil and get the damage in. So early lead here for NiP in what could be the second last round.
Okay, so they're just trying to take some good positions for these pistols. Oh, that's a nice shot there from Device. Forest goes down outside on top of the main roof, and TSM equalize things, but for how long? Lots of pressure towards Ramp Room is certainly going to cause a lot of pain for cajunb. He's down to 30 points of health now. Device going to hear the jumping and stepping towards Secret. He might be able to get a quick kill on the flank. I have to see if he's going to be able to pull that one off, as dupreeh is still holding the vents and the hut area. And there it is. dupreeh, oh sorry, the Device does actually get the kill. He's going to pick up the weapon as well. So only a scout though, but still that's better than nothing.
40 seconds remaining for TSM to defend here, and that is a hell of a long time actually to defend when you've only got pistols. Oh, holding an angle was cajunb, but Get Right was superior with an assist from Xizt. So 25 seconds, and this now things could get interesting. Device only with a scout. Oh, he's going to get baited and fall down to karrigan now, and he needs to get this frag. Bomb has gone down, so it's 1 versus 1. He's seen Get Right. He may be able to pick up a rifle from somewhere. Indeed, he will.
So Get Right is quite low. Well, there he is. He's just going to go straight for the frag, and I like the thinking from karrigan there. I mean, after getting that initial kill, he could have like looked around for a gun, reloaded, you know, something like that. But no, he beelined it straight to the bomb because he knew that the player had just freshly planted and be moving to get in position somewhere, so he'd be vulnerable for just a small window, and he almost caught him off guard in that window. So smart thinking by karrigan in that moment. But 15-2 is the reality, and it's certainly a harrowing result here for Team Solo mid. We do have a quick trade though, as we have Device now moving in with that D, trying to see what he can find on the upper side through some of these angles. But Forest going to be picking off dupreeh, and they are winning this early round battle over the damage and the kills as well. dupreeh, sorry, a Device with the deagle, karrigan with the mag, cajunb with the scout, and now cajunb's down as well. All on the deagle and the mag. Oh dear, karrigan gonna get taken out as well. And there you go, 16-2. Very crushing result, but it is Nuke. And I honestly believe that if TSM had started in NiP's position, starting off on CT, and winning the pistol, that they also could have done the same kind of a scoreline to NiP on CT.
Yeah,
so
I would have expected it to go pretty much the same way had it started the opposite way round, and that is the nature of Nuke, unfortunately.
It really is.
But it's the teams who chose it. You know, they had a pool of 5 after the vetoes. They chose it, didn't win a knife, and then such is life, unfortunately.
C'est la vie. I did the sideways gamers again.
So this is just your thing now. This
No,
is the DDK shuffle.
C'est la vie.
Is that how you roll in the clubs?
It's not really a shuffle.
Is that how it goes? Is that how you go down? Is that like your mating call to the ladies?
No. It's not.
I hope not.
It's not like a variation to like the big. What is it? Big fish, small fish,
Cardboard box.
Yeah, we don't do that. We don't do that. Not anymore. Alright, guys. So that's the end of the FACEIT League matches for tonight. The ones that we actually we had Scream on when we had these 2 matches going, and
yes, we did.
Unfortunately,
seriously? No.
Hey, don't be mean. Don't be mean, James. You can't pull it off. You're just making it. You're just ruining it. You're not the original. Scream is the original.
He is.
You're a shadow.
The original and best.
Of Scream. You're quite a tall shadow, you're a big shadow, but you're still a shadow, James. It doesn't change the fact that you are a shadow of Scream.
It's a bit mean.
Alright guys, so we do have a Star Series coming up on the stream
In about 45 minutes, Dan.
In about 45 minutes. And that's going to be Copenhagen Wolves versus NiP. Should be an awesome game. I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be best of 3, of course. So make sure to note that down. Be back here in 45 minutes. If you have to go anywhere, come right back. Bring your friends. Bring everyone. Bring your grandma. Bring your family. Bring your pets. Bring everyone. Watch NiP Copenhagen Wolves here on FACEIT TV. Me and James.
Outros from DDK.
Best outros, EUNA. And
see your grandmas after the break.
Oceania as well. See you guys.